The security cameras captured something that made billionaire Henry Whitaker's blood run cold. His 7-year-old daughter Eva, who had never spoken a single word in her life, was sitting near the garbage bins. And next to her was a teenage boy in torn clothes who had no business being on their property. But then he saw it. Eva was smiling. A real, joyful smile spreading across her face like a sunrise. The boy hadn't touched her. He was simply sharing his sandwich, talking to her like she was just another kid. Then Henry had to replay the footage to believe it. Eva's mouth moved. She was forming a word. One perfect, impossible word. For 7 years, Henry and his wife Sarah had lived in desperate silence. They had hired the world's best specialists, men and women, who charged thousands for therapies that all ended in failure. There is no medical reason why she can't speak, the last one had told them. She has chosen silence. That evening, Sarah whispered a heartbreaking question after their silent daughter was asleep. Sometimes I wonder if she's punishing us. We've given her everything. Maybe, Henry had replied. That's the problem. The next morning, Henry was in his home office when he saw the boy for the first time with his own eyes. He was a teenager, carefully sorting through their recycling bins. Henry reached for his phone to call security, but then Eva appeared in the backyard. Her heart wasn't in her lessons, it was with the boy. She stood perfectly still, watching him with an expression Henry had never seen on her face. Pure curiosity. The boy looked up and saw her. Instead of running, he smiled. "Hey there, little one," he said gently. "I'm Noah." Eva, of course, said nothing, but Noah didn't get awkward. He just nodded. "That's cool. You don't have to talk." He held up a green glass bottle. You know what I love about bottles? They sing. He blew across the top, creating a low, haunting note. "Want to try?" Eva took the bottle. No sound came out, but she mimed blowing, her cheeks puffing out. Noah laughed with pure delight. For 20 minutes, Henry watched them. Noah never asked why she didn't speak. He treated her like a person, not a problem. When Noah stood to leave, Eva waved an enthusiastic goodbye, pleading with her eyes for him to return. "Thursday it is," Henry heard himself call out, surprising everyone, including himself. Over the next few weeks, Noah became their secret. Every Thursday, he and Eva would sort bottles. He'd tell her stories, and she would listen, truly listen, better than anyone he knew. One day, Sarah, desperate to understand the boy's magic, brought them sandwiches. "How do you do it?" she whispered. "We've tried everything. Specialists, therapies. Maybe that's the problem," Noah said gently. "You're trying to fix her, but she ain't broken. My mom always said some people are like rare flowers. They only bloom when they feel truly safe." So Eva was beginning to feel safe for the first time in her life. Do you believe that true acceptance is more powerful than any therapy? Let us know with a yes in the comments. But one night, their fragile world shattered. Police sirens wailed outside. Through the window, they saw Noah in handcuffs, his face bruised. As he was pushed into a car, his eyes found Ava's window. He smiled his warm, genuine smile and mouthed, "It's okay." Ava's mouth opened in a silent scream. Her whole body shook, and then, for the first time in 7 years, sound escaped her lips, a raw, primal cry of anguish that ripped through the silent mansion. Henry spent the night on the phone. He learned Noah recently turned 18, had been defending his younger sister from attackers, and was now being charged with assault. The next morning, Henry posted bail. When Noah arrived at the mansion, Eva ran to him something she'd never done and wrapped her arms around his waist. "Hey, little musician," Noah said gently. "I'm okay, see? Just a few battle scars." Eva took his hand and led him to the grand piano. She placed his fingers on the keys, teaching him a simple melody. As he fumbled through it, she added her own harmony. They were making music together, the silent girl and the homeless boy, creating something beautiful in a world that had tried to break them both. The breakthrough came a week later. Noah was telling Eva about his late mother. "She used to sing to me when I was scared," he said softly. "She'd say joy always comes in the morning. When she died, I thought I'd never feel joy again. But she was right." He looked at Eva, his eyes full of understanding. "You're not silent because you can't speak. You're silent because you feel too much. Words would just make the feelings smaller." Eva stood up, took a deep breath, and her mouth opened. In a whisper so soft it was almost imaginary, she said, "Happy." The word hung in the air like a miracle. Noah simply smiled and whispered back, "Me too." "Happy," Eva said again, a little louder, pointing at Noah. At her parents, who were watching from the doorway with tears streaming down their faces.
Happy.
Sarah collapsed into Henry's arms, sobbing. 7 years of silence, broken by one perfect word. But Eva wasn't done. She looked at Noah, gathered her courage, and added, "Stay. Wild horses couldn't drag me away," Noah promised. Henry's lawyers cleared Noah's name, proving he had acted in self-defense. But the experience had changed Henry forever. That night, he made a decision. "Noah," he said, "I want to offer you something, not charity. A proposal. Come live with us. Be part of our family." Sarah nodded, her eyes pleading. "We all need you. You gave us back our daughter. Let us give you a home." Noah looked at Ava's hopeful face. "Not charity?" confirmed. "Family," Henry said firmly. "Eva is right. You're family now." If this story touched your heart, support us with a like and share it to spread this message of acceptance. And to continue hearing stories that inspire the soul, subscribe and join our family. In our next story, we'll discover what happens when a lonely old toy maker creates a puppet that seems to have a life of its own. Don't miss it. Thank you for being part of this community. Until the next story. Use arrow up and arrow down to select a turn, enter to jump to it, and escape to return to the chat.